These my dollars make it hurt.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Oh, listen, the energy has to be up. We're gonna wait till tomorrow before everybody down. You know, we look, I have a standard that has to be given whenever I come on. So I got to bring the energy, you know, regardless of what the record is. I gotta bring it. So welcome once again, everybody, to the Big Time Show. As always, it's 3:00 on Saturday, which means obviously it is time for me to jump on live. And let's talk, of course, some Cowboys football. And I'm happy to always do it. Good, bad, you know, whether we 9-0 or we 0-9, I'm here. You understand that? I'm here. I made a decision a long time ago. That the ship go down, I'm going down with it. So I'm here. If the ship go down, I'm down. I'm going down with it. You never got to wonder about me. See, I'm not like all these other folks, you know, that switch up teams and all that type of stuff. It's no secret where I stand. You ain't never got to wonder. See, people change. They spend more money at NFLshop.com and Fanatics and all that. They got so many uniforms in their house, it just make your head spin. Like, who you with this week? Lord have mercy. Who are you with this week? You know, you ain't got to never wonder. You look, I'm blue and white. The only thing you got to wonder about is, what jersey am I wearing? Is it gonna be white or blue? I mean, it's no secret. I'm here. I was with them 12-5 when we lost, went one and done. Hey, I went down with them. 12-5, got hyped, talking a little bit, like, hey, we gonna beat y'all, We got the number one offense in the league. We gonna beat y'all. That's what I'm gonna say, Right now, I come brag and say, hey, we got the last defense in the league, just about, I'm staying with them. Who playing this week? I don't know, but hey, I'm a Cowboy fan. Did y'all pick somebody off the street? Probably did, but I'm sticking with my guys, man. I'm sorry. Who your quarterback? Well, you all know because y'all stay in our business all the time. You know who the quarterback is. So, hey, I stand with him. Cooper Rush, stand with him. Trey Lance, if he plays, I stand with him. Dak with his hamstring injury and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna stay with him. I know I got a few folks in here who feel the same way I do. So we all gather, we gather. Cowboy fans, they don't even want to talk football now. They already gave up. They already saying check in with me at the draft. That's fine. I'm with you. I'm almost there too. Not quite, but I'm almost there too. But we got this season left. We got a long way to go before the season over with, y'all. We got to talk football. This, y'all know how we suffer when the season is not here. You understand? We got to enjoy all these little weeks together. The season look like it's not going to be enjoyable at all. I get it, but we only got a few weeks, really overall to talk football. So here we are. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope that you will share the show with whoever you want to share it with. Hope you would do that for me. I hope you would come in and hit that like button. I need about 20 to 25 likes. Hope you would do that from everybody. That will help you boy out here. If you want to use the Cash App, there it is on the screen for you. If you want to contribute to the podcast, you can do that, as well as Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can use the stars. If you are on YouTube, you can use the Cash App button, which I'm getting ready to set up now. Should have had that already done, but live TV, you forget some things sometimes, so it is what it is. What else am I thinking about? Got some breaking news. I'm quite sure most of you have all the notifications on your phone that has already showed up. In case you have not heard, and it just happened just when I was going on. I guess that's where we'll start. Dak Prescott is to undergo season-ending surgery, pending the opinion of one final specialist. I don't know, I ain't gonna say what a man not gonna do in the heart of a player. Not gonna even question that, but it is. It's really not a hard decision, if you ask me, at all. It's not a hard decision at all to do what needs to be done. The man, as you done heard this week, he has his part of his hamstring is torn off the bone, and I guess the dilemma was, okay, can you get enough rest, and can you play with it? If it gets rest, will it heal up? I don't know why it was even any entertainment of doing that. And it's obvious that the doctors have agreed as well. Like, if it's off the bone, part of it's off the bone, and you play with it, it's a good chance that you're going to tear some more off the bone. I mean, it's detached. That is a major injury, which means you need surgery, and you need it now. You don't need to wait. You shouldn't have waited in the first place. The x-ray, what opinions do you need? Every doctor going to see same thing. It's part of your hamstring. It's torn off the bone. It ain't God moves in mysterious ways, but he ain't moved that quick for hamstrings. I'm sorry. You got to have surgery. It is what it is. And so that news just came out just a couple minutes ago as I was playing the intro song. It flashed on my phone. I could have predicted it, but, it is what it is. Appreciate you, man. Hey, William, thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow soldiers, whether you are Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and, of course, to my brothers and sisters in the Army, such as myself, an Army veteran, then happy Veterans Day weekend, and hope you have a great one. So, since that has happened, we obviously have to start off with that. And that wasn't even in my little notes here, but it's easy for me to shift and get to that. Dak, here's the truth about Dak. He was having not according to his standards, this was not a good season. His season is over with. He got his security and getting paid. And what we gather from what we saw this year from Dak, he needs to be surrounded. I've been knowing that, but if there was ever a year that you can put to bed and say, okay, this dude here can carry this team. No. You can put anybody out there and Dak gonna get it done. Nope. You just can't put linemen out there that can't block. You can't put, receivers. I'm just saying, you just can't do it. So we ain't got to go through piece by piece by that. Dak needs help. I hope they figure that out over this year. Over the off season, and see what happens. Now, obviously he's going to get better. Dak he'll be having the surgery, I'm quite sure, pretty soon. And I think it is I thought I read that this week, that it's about an 8-week recovery time. Well, he'll be ready. He'll be healed, not ready to play though. 8-9 week recovery time, if I'm not mistaken. He'll be done, be ready, should be feeling a whole lot better by the end of the season, actually. So, God bless Dak. He should be ready to go by training camp. No question. Ready to go. So, and what it also should tell the Cowboys is this. I hate to say it, but everybody was talking about him running the ball and doing all that. Well, guess what, y'all? That's the reason why he tore his hamstring, because he ain't used to running it no more. Nah, he ain't gonna be ready for the playoffs, Joe. We ain't gonna make the playoffs. And I wouldn't put him out there anyway. Let me take that back, Joe. Let me say it like this. If the Cowboys made the playoffs, Dak Prescott would not play even if he was ready. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it is almost just like he took the job from Tony Romo. He got too hot, and the Cowboys could not take him out the lineup, even though Tony Romo was the starting quarterback. It was Dak that ran off about 11, 12 wins in a row, if y'all remember that. And Tony was ready by week 10 or 11, and they couldn't sit Dak down. The chemistry was there. So to fast forward, let's just play the role. If Cooper Rush or Trey Lance get that hot in some kind of way, Cowboys make the playoffs, they're not going to break up their chemistry. Not this year. We'll see Dak next year. No matter what Trey, if the Cowboys go undefeated, Dak Prescott will be your quarterback next year. There's no way in the world that Jerry Jones is going to let $60 million a year sit on the bench just because somebody got hot in the last 8-9 weeks. So I'm just setting it up for, I'm just setting it up because what we're getting ready to see is a whole bunch of, because we had this a couple years ago. What we're going to see is a lot of people starting to say that Cooper Rush is better than Dak. Some folks gonna say finally when Trey Lance finally plays, they're gonna say Trey Lance is better than Dak. I don't care what scenario you come up with. The contract is signed. There is no way, none, unless Dak is injured, that he will not be the starting quarterback for the Cowboys next year. There is no way Jerry Jones is going to let $60 million a year sit on the bench. It's no way. So I'm going to eliminate that. I'll let those who want to make that argument, they can have that one by themselves. I'm not even going to entertain it because I already know what's going to happen, just like they know what's going to happen. First of all, if Trey Lance comes in here, once he finally gets some time, well, he's not getting time starting off. Now, Cooper Rush is going to have a short leash because everybody pretty much knows it should be Trey Lance to play. And for one reason, his contract's end this year. You want to put some tape out there, okay? Trey needs some tape out there so somebody can be interested. And then at least we can go ahead and get some compensatory whatever picks for him. So we don't think we can trade him. He's gonna be a free agent. So he needs some tape. So he does really, to be honest with you, he does need to start. Trey does, but he's not because Cooper Rush is a better quarterback. Cooper Rush has been in the system a long time. Cooper Rush knows what to do. And Cooper Rush plays well. So we already know that. However, I am saying that everybody knows, and that includes the Jones family. I'm telling you, everybody knows that Trey Lance really is supposed to be playing this year. I mean, this coming up. And by now, he should be ready. You know what I'm saying? Because, he should know the playbook by now. So I don't think that's an issue. The issue with him is that Cooper Rush is better than he is. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see some Trey Lance packages tomorrow. I believe he's going to do it. Keep in mind, the other thing is Cowboys are going against their philosophy, and that's the philosophy that they never say, and that is that the person that's getting paid the most probably need to play. Just in case you don't know, Trey Lance is getting paid way more than Cooper Rush. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars. So, to be honest with you, it really is kind of shocking me that but I know it's going to be a short leash for Cooper. In other words, Cooper really can't have a 1 touchdown, 2-3 interception game. He can't have it. It's not going to work. Cooper Rush cannot lead this offense, and they only have 10 points for a game. They're going to be saying we need a spark. You know what I'm saying? We need something. I mean, Trey Lance is going to play. I guarantee you. I don't care if Cooper Rush come out here tomorrow and throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns, and the Cowboys score 35. You see what I'm saying? Matt, I don't know who you are. Matt says, Super Chat said, why are you leaving your Cash App? Because that's how content creators get paid, at least one way or the other. And by the way, Matt, since you're on YouTube, you will notice, if you're watching me by your phone, you will notice that the Super Chat is there, that little $sign there. I got 2 ways to get paid. Matter of fact, Matt, if you watch me on Facebook, which you probably don't, I can get paid by stars. Well, I'm sure you're familiar with that. So I got multiple ways to get paid. However, I don't force my people to pay me. That's up to them. So I'm good. The super chats, Matt, and cash apps and stars are not my primary source of getting paid. I have a job. So just to answer your question there you go. Since you the super chat guy. That was Matt super chat. Okay. There you go. Trey is going to play. And I believe he should play. Not to ensure, listen to me, not to ensure that the Cowboys will lose. I ain't talking about that at all. I think that he needs to play because if Trey puts up some nice numbers or has some good plays and good games, he is going to leave. I mean, what are you getting paid for us? $5 million a year? All right, Cooper Rush contract ends as well. Cooper Rush will be cheaper. That's the Cowboy way. And he's a safe. Well, I'm going to take all that back because Mike McCarthy ain't going to be here next year. Now, if it was up to Mike McCarthy, I believe Cooper Rush would be his backup quarterback if there was a choice between the two. It obviously would be him. But Mike McCarthy not going to be here. So to answer somebody's question, I don't know who that was. I think it's William. And you say, does he get fired now or before or at the end? They're gonna ride with Coach McCarthy to the end. It's too much of too much chaos. And to be honest with you, the real truth be told, y'all, let's be honest. Dak is gone for the year. Okay. Cooper Rush is a viable backup, but he don't move the earth. And then you got Trey there who's inexperienced and really ain't had enough snaps that you really don't know. So this is what I'm saying. Just like many of you, see, y'all are bold enough to say it. The Cowboys will never say it. But that just because they don't say it, that don't mean they're not thinking it. The Cowboys are slowly but surely looking toward the draft. Now, they're not going to say that. But you got to know that's what they're doing. For instance, as I shift now, Deron Bland. Everybody want to know when Bland playing. Like, I thought he was practicing. Look, if you've been with me on my show, I told you guys that when you start talking about feet, they're tricky when you come back from a foot injury. It's been every person that had a foot injury is never failed. You even if they say 6 weeks, you might as well add 3 more weeks to it, because with the feet, especially a guy that's playing the cornerback position where he has to plant, where he has to cut, where he has to stick his foot in the ground. Sometimes just you got to run, flat out run. So now what comes out of that, they say soreness is there. That ain't been there in a while, so they count that as a setback. Guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if Bland don't get shut down for the year. Why put him out there? I'm just saying, if we're not gonna win, why are you gonna put these guys out here? So once I heard that about Bland, I said, man, please, Bland probably ain't gonna make it out here for about another 2-3 weeks, if then. If then. Know what I'm saying? If then. So I don't, so there you go with that. That's what I'm saying, y'all. They're not going to say it. But when you look at what the Cowboys are going to be walking into this offseason, it is one of the best resets that you will ever see. Now, what the Cowboys gonna do with it, that's another whole, different story. They're going to move all that money from this season is going to roll over to next year. So that's at least $20 million. Who knows what the salary cap will be next year, because it's going up next year with all the gambling and all that type of stuff. It's going to go up again. So you're going to have a lot of money next year. You're going to have a lot of money next year. And the Cowboys have 10 draft picks. That's a lot of picks. And if the Cowboys do what a lot of people are thinking, there's a potential that the Cowboys could have at least a top 7 pick. Many are saying a top 5 pick because they don't think the Cowboys are going to do anything. We got 3 wins now. I done seen most people think there's a chance that we're only going to have maybe 5 wins or 6. Vegas at right now only has the Cowboys, and I think that's changing now since Dak not playing. There's only before while Dak was playing, let me put it that way, there were only 2 games that the Cowboys were favored in. Thanksgiving game against the Giants and at Carolina. I don't even know about that no more. Seriously. We just got to see how the Cowboys are playing at the time. But right now, I don't think we're going to be favored. We probably be favored against Carolina. I'm not even sure about the Giant game now. So it's Justin. We got money. They're gonna restructure, Justin. They're gonna restructure. They're gonna restructure Dak, and then they're gonna restructure CD and sign Michael Parsons. So you might as well get ready to add Michael Parsons to that, and you do your percentage then. But it's gonna be restructured. That's how they can create cap room with those 2. It's no question. Then you start talking about people that are gonna be leaving. Yeah, Craig, I opened up with that. It happened as soon as I came on, Craig. Dak Prescott season-ending injury has been reported now. He's going to have surgery. It is what it is. So, not surprising, because once you heard this week that was partially off the bone, not all of it, but partially. I mean, come on. That's not one hard to figure out. You can play with the contract, Justin. Same way that the Kansas City Chiefs have done Patrick Mahomes year by year. All you do is prorate it, give the money as a signing bonus, and there your cap is there. It's going to go down. That's how you restructure it. He gets his money on the front end, and that brings the salary cap down. You got 2 guys do it. In other words, all you're doing is, let's just say, trying to bring it down by $10 million. Well, all you do is go get $10 million from Dak. It's $60 now. He gets paid $50. He gets $10 million at signing. As soon as he signed the restructure, and there you go. And that is the Cowboys' right to restructure. Same thing with CD. It's been done everywhere. So that's how you bring it down. It's just that simple. I mean, it really is just that simple. So I'm seeing an influx of Philadelphia Eagles fans coming in here. Welcome, Philadelphia Eagles fan. Y'all really bragging, because Dak could beat y'all on one leg. Let's just be honest. Y'all do not have success against Dak Prescott. So I know you finally. That's why JM says finally the Eagles will sweep Dallas. The reason why he's saying that is because he knows Dak Prescott gonna win the game. That's why he said that. He know it. What is Dak Prescott against y'all? 9-3 over his career. I think I'm right. Well, you can do that, Justin. You that's what everybody does. They kick it down the road. So the salary cap can be manipulated. It's just that, see, we so messed up that the Cowboys don't do nothing. We think that's the contract is the end all be all. No. Thank you, JM. There you go. I say I got an honest Eagle fan here. I mean, that's why he said it. Because he know Dak gonna get him. And it usually be when Philly come to Dallas. So you might have you might. I don't know. I'm just gonna see. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, JM, and I'm not saying it because I'm a Homer Cowboy fan, even though I am. I believe that Cooper Rush is going to play well. I'll get into that a little bit later. I got a super chat here. Hey, where's the dude that was talking earlier? You see that? Who was that guy that was talking earlier about why I got my cash app? I say I got 3-4 ways. And one of them right there. See, super chat by my brother Terry. Terry says, play Trey Lance and tank for real. Well, I said Terry earlier. Might just be coming in. I said earlier that the leash on Cooper Rush is short. Cooper Rush is not going to have really a fair chance because the right play, and I agree with you, that the right play is not really for tanking purposes, is Trey needs to play possibly. See, if the Cowboys go ahead and sign him, then he can be traded. He's a free agent. And he's getting paid $5 million. So you ain't got to go crazy. I mean, he ain't finna get no $75 million deal. I mean, if you offer Trey $15 million a year, he might take it. Seriously. You ain't got to pay. You pay him as a backup quarterback. You're already getting paid $5 right now. So what I mean, if you offer them $20 million, which is like dirt cheap. I mean, like dirt, like, you know, you're talking about a bargain. But to Trey, that's $20 million. And he's only getting paid $5. You talking about a gigantic raise. I mean, you're doing it. Now, a lot of you think you ought to play him just because that'll prove that the Cowboys are tanking. I got news for you. I believe Trey Lance would pay pretty decent, though. I'm serious. Because he would bring an element to the offense that will work. See, when you say it's one thing to know you running the ball, and then it's another whole thing to stop it. And when you got a kid like Trey that can move, he's going to gut you a couple times. That bad preseason game that he had, that last one, where he had the 5 interceptions, he did have that. But what everybody done forgot is he had 90 yards rushing. He also had 323 yards passing. He also had, I believe, 2 to 3 touchdowns. I believe it was 2. So there's something there. I know the turnovers are there. I know. And I know that was against vanilla defenses in preseason. So I know something's going to say, well, imagine if he played against, real defenses that switch up stuff. He look, you can't deny that. You can't stick with 5 interceptions. He threw for 323 yards. He rushed for 90. So I'm just saying, I think he needs to play. If he plays well, that's trade bait. We can get some more picks. If he doesn't play well, guess what? You have a chance to keep him. The way I see it. And it ain't gonna cost much either way. It's not. He's not gonna cost much. He's not. He's not on that type of level. So, but I believe, and I appreciate everybody that's popping in. I believe I got a whole bunch of Philadelphia Eagle fans in here. Now, if y'all looking to talk trash, you can talk trash to the chat. I'm gonna get into how even though a lot of us don't think we will win, I'm going to get into how, regardless, how I think we can win tomorrow. All right, so I'll get into that in just a second. That's to answer. I hope I answered your question, Terry. I agree that he should play, but I believe that he will play regardless because Rush have to be almost perfect. What's up, Marcus? I see you. See, the crowd is going to cheer for him anyway. I believe he is going to play tomorrow, but I believe it'll be in little packages. I believe when we know we needed a run, with Trey Lance, the shotgun zone read play that Dak always done, but he just handed up the middle. It works. Trey. That play will work. And it will work well. It won't work with Dak because Dak ain't gonna run it. See what I'm saying? But if you put Trey Lance there with Rico and he fake it up the middle, Trey will pull that thing out. That's another whole element because there will be a threat of running from the running back. From the quarterback position. We ain't had that all year. So, there are things that Trey can do, and Trey can throw it. You just sometimes don't know where he's throwing it to. I know y'all don't like it, but I'm just telling you the truth. Okay, so I just want that to be known. Shane, I see Shane. Shane, you might as well put that to bed. The only quarterback that the Cowboys will be looking for is a backup quarterback. We are married to Dak Prescott for 4 years. It is it's a no trade clause in his contract. We might as well let that go. I don't even want you to do it. Like I don't even want you to get that, waste time like that. We are married to Dak Prescott. 4 years. It's nothing else you can do. Now, what you can do is draft a quarterback and try to take the approach of the of the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers situation. You can do that. But it ain't going to be no quarterback from the top 10. If that's what you're thinking, that's not going to happen. You're not drafting Cam Ward. You're not drafting Shedeur Sanders. You're not drafting the kid from LSU. They're not going to come here and sit down for 4 years. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, I hear you, Joe. And most of these people that's talking are Cowboy fans. So their opinions is just right. They got years of seeing Dak, and Joe says, with Dak, we not winning the Super Bowl. And hey, I'm not going to even knock that, but guess what? He ain't going nowhere. He ain't getting traded. He got total veto power over that. And Dak Prescott loves the Dallas Cowboys. He's not going anywhere. If he injured, he just gonna get like he gonna get this year. He gonna get we'll start next year. The contract goes in effect next year. He's just gonna get his money and be on the sideline. So if you're talking about a quarterback, if you're losing Trey and Cooper Rush, it's obvious that you're going to draft a quarterback in this year's draft. Obvious. But you're not drafting the high-end quarterbacks up top. That's not going to happen. Justin Carver. I don't know if you're an Eagle fan or a Cowboy fan, but I've been reading slowly but surely some of your comments. I'm starting to wonder what are you, but bring up a good question. He said, if you guys are drafted in the top 6, would you consider trading down for a first and 2 seconds? I believe all those options are on the table because, I mean, let's just say they're drafting at 6. Okay. Everybody say we need a defensive tackle. I don't think that we're going to bring back DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't think so. There's a lot of guys on this team that are not going to be with us, and they've been here for a minute. I'm questioning Zach Martin. So let's just say, for instance, Justin, that there's a top 5, top 8 pick with a great pass rusher there. That would be probably a good spot where you might think about it, drafting there. However, Cowboys have 10 picks and they're drafting. Who knows, Justin? They may fool us all this year. I doubt it very seriously, but who knows? They got a lot. They will have a lot of money. Maybe they finally will change up and go get free agents. But who knows? They have plenty of money. I ain't saying 2 or 3 of them. I'm just saying you go get some impact free agents. Maybe they'll say we'll just go and get it. So I don't know. I think that's on the table, Justin. Somebody will try to come up and get them if they got that. To be honest with you, I've already put my pick in. If the Cowboys are very high, like top 5, top 6, I think the Cowboys should do everything within their power to go get Travis Hunter. It's just a no-brainer. Or that kid from Arizona, that wide receiver. That wide receiver from Arizona who's going to be probably a top 8 pick. So I think the kid is 6'4", 220, just a beautiful receiver. I mean, if you ain't seen him, you need to go check him out. So if it's not one of those two, you know what the Cowboys love to do. We need an offensive lineman. That's what the Cowboys do. I'm not gonna knock them if they get an old lineman, but I'm just saying, you got them. I think they ought to go get Travis Hunter. And Travis Hunter will be probably right there at 4 or 5, somewhere in that area. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't know. So we got to. That's a good comment. I'm not drafting a quarterback because with a quarterback you got to keep in mind the structure. Usually they sign a 4-year deal and then get a team option, so you get 5 years without paying them. Well, Dak Prescott ain't going nowhere. That's 4 years. So now you're gonna have 1 year to see what they're gonna do, because by that time everybody will be saying, you got this kid behind him. He's learned well behind Dak, and he needs to play. The Cowboys have to find out what he is and what he's not. We got to find out. He needs to play. And Dak has given us by that time 13 years or so, and we know where he is, and hey, you got to start looking for the future. But you got 1 year. I realize quarterbacks sometimes have, a good 1 year. I understand that. I'm looking at Jaden Daniels from Washington right now. I'm looking at, the kid from number 1 pick, Williams from Chicago, who's been solid. I understand that, but I ain't drafting the first round pick just to sit them down. But Justin, the more I keep talking, the more I'm starting to like it. How about, like he just said, what if you trade down and you get another first round pick? You'll have 2 picks in the first round. Very attractive. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And the Cowboys are going to, You know the Cowboys are going to trade some picks anyway. You can see that coming. You know, they got 10. You know 10 gonna be calling them trying to steal some picks from them. Not steal, but looking for trade. You know they're gonna do that. You know they're gonna do it. And you know the Cowboys gonna love picking up more picks. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys stockpile a whole lot of picks in this draft. They'll have it for this year, but they also gonna have some, heading into next year as well. So what Justin said is, I like it. I just think that since you're rebuilding and you got all these picks, you need to hit home runs this year. You need to hit home runs this year. We got to find a running back. We got to find probably another number 2 receiver, a good one. We got to find linebacker. I mean, we got to find a lot of stuff. You got to make a decision on what you're going to do with DeRon Bland coming up too. Not this year. I'm just saying. DeRon Bland, once he finally, it may not be this year, but by next year, he'll be ready to go. And if he have another decent year, you're going to have to pay him. And I just can't see the Cowboys paying 2 cornerbacks $40-50 million, combined. That ain't going to happen. That's why I said Travis Hunter make a whole lot of sense to me. Because if you sign Travis Hunter, my God, that's your starting cornerback right there for the next 5 years without paying them. And you get to top it off. He can go play a little receiver for you too. So, it just makes sense to me. And I think one of them will go. You're not going to pay Diggs and Bland that amount of money. Diggs already has gotten paid. Bland is coming up. There's no way in the world Jerry to pay 2 cornerbacks $20 million a piece. There's no way. He's too cheap. So one of them, somebody for the leave. Now that part I really believe. That's why I say Hunter makes so much sense if the Cowboys are there. Now what would ruin it all, of course, is, let me shift because I've been talking too much in that area. What will ruin it all is if the Cowboys come out here and shock the world a few weeks and ruin the top 8 position and fall down to maybe about 12 by winning some games here, which leads, of course, to tomorrow. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see where we can go. Kid Cowboy, I usually don't recognize him, but I do it this time and say Hunter is overrated. Oh my God. What world are you? What TV you been watching, Kid Cowboy? Overrated. He's just the best player in the country. That's all he is. Now, I don't know what's above the best player in the country, but he's the best player in the country. He is. He's not overrated either. He's all that. He's different. He's unique. He's special. He is. I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and everybody. It is. What you mean play first, Kid Cowboy? He play all the time. He play both sides of the ball. What are you watching? You watching the game right now. He playing both sides right now. What you saying? Play first. His stats speak for itself. He's probably gonna be a first team All-American on both sides of the ball. I mean, I don't know what it is you want. Now, he may not win the Heisman because you're going against a bunch of stats, but even whoever wins the Heisman, they're not the best player in the country. The best player in the country, it ain't even close. It's Travis Hunter. He is the best player in the country. Everybody knows if he don't win the Heisman, people still gonna say he's the best player in the country. He's gonna be a first team All-American cornerback, and he's gonna be a first team All-American wide receiver. I don't know what is you want him to do. What else you want, Kid Cowboy? Well, he does play, so we're gonna eliminate that. So that's why I say I don't hardly recognize. You start talking, and then I don't know where you be getting your stuff from. He plays all the time. You know that if you've been watching. Will it transfer? Well, that remains to be seen, Kid Cowboy. Now that makes sense what you just said. Will it transfer? I think that right now, I think that you can put him on defense, and if you say go guard that man one-on-one, I believe he can do that right now as a cornerback. You can put him out there right now. He can get on a plane from Texas, where they playing at right now, and go play for a pro team tomorrow, and he can lock down whoever if you put him on the number 2 receiver, he can do it. That's how good he is. Now, offensively, that's a different story. I think he can get you a couple plays. He's still not a polished receiver, but he's so good at he's so good at run after the catch that he can hurt you that way. Now he's not what you would consider a true route runner, but he's so fast and he's so shifty that he can hurt you on offense as well, as you've seen this year if you've been watching. So, but that's on down the road. That's if the Cowboys are even there. Let me get to the game. I don't see how, and y'all Eagle fans that's in here, well, Kid Cowboy, not many people can do anything with A.J. Brown one-on-one. That's why he's doubled every play. Well, not this year, which is what I'm going to get into in just a second. He does tackle Kid Cowboy. He's very physical. I can tell you ain't watching him. So I'm going to stop arguing with you. Travis Hunter is physical. Yeah, he don't tackle like Dion did, if that's what you're trying to put on. He's physical. All you got to do is look at the game. Just I'm apologize, y'all. This is what Kid Cowboy does. He loves just missing his tag team partner, Eastside Harold, so they can try to do it. But I'm gonna stop looking at Kid Cowboy because he ain't talking too well right now. Okay. Tomorrow, I don't see how we can beat them, but I do see how we can slow them down. All signs, Craig says, that Michael Parsons is playing, which helps. It don't change things like crazy, but when you add an all-pro to your defense, that helps. So this game tomorrow, y'all, is once again on Mike McCarthy. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. See, with Dak not playing and not going to play for the rest of the year, to me, even though the Cowboys saying, well, we don't have to change anything, I'm going from offense first. And I'm just like saying, man, stop lying. Just stop it. Stop lying. Stop lying. You know good and well you got to make some adjustments because Cooper Rush is not Dak Prescott. It's just that simple. So because he's not Dak Prescott, there's nowhere in the world Cooper Rush is supposed to be throwing the ball 35, 38 times a game, just like Dak Prescott. No way. He shouldn't. Which means that you're going to have to finally, that's why I told y'all early in the week, with Dak out, we finally might see a real effort to run the football. We finally might see a real effort into how we can try to run the football, because Cooper Rush is not supposed to be throwing the ball 35 times a game. I'm going to be so upset tomorrow if I see Cooper Rush in the shotgun all the time like Dak Prescott was. I need to see tomorrow some 2 tight end sets, a lot of them. I need to see full back end with the running back. I need to see 3 tight end sets tomorrow. Yes, Zeke is supposed to play tomorrow. Dalvin Cook, for those who may be wondering, has already been moved to the practice squad. So we ain't got to call his name out, which means, does that mean Deuce is now involved? I don't know. I know Zeke is there. Rico is there. It'd have to be Deuce. So I believe Deuce probably going to dress out tomorrow. But, and to be honest with you, if it go like I think it's going to go, you're going to need all 3 of them. Because remember what happened when Dak got hurt a couple years ago and Cooper Rush had to come in. Of course, our defense was playing lights out at that time. But there was a whole different philosophy change. We went from shotgun to from running down people's throats. Now, of course, the offensive line is, much different. But there was an effort in really trying to run the ball. And you know what I've been saying on this show. I mean, we can't really give a true evaluation of our offensive line when all they do is back up in pass protection every game. That's all we do. We in shotgun all the time. We barely run the ball. There have been only 2 games where there really was an effort in running the ball. And guess what? When we did it, it was successful. Last week against Atlanta, successful. Game against Pittsburgh, successful. Other than that, they just pass protect. So I don't know what our offensive line, to be honest with you, really can do. I don't know. I don't know what they really can do, but I know what they should be doing tomorrow. And I'm not saying you don't let Rush throw 14, 15 times. No. I just think that Rush is not supposed to throw the ball no more than probably about 24, 25 times. Rush can pass the ball. I'll give you that. CeeDee Lamb stats should go down. For those of us that play fantasy football, CeeDee Lamb stats should go down because he shouldn't be getting the ball 8, 14, 15 times. No. You shouldn't be, because we need to be running the ball tomorrow. Offensively, that's why I say it's really about Mike McCarthy. I'm serious. If he come out here and Cooper Rush throwing the ball 35 times, look, then he can go on start. He can go on start packing now. Well, Shane, you bring out a good point, but I would have to do a real film evaluation on what kind of routes is Ferguson running, and where is he lining up? Is he lining up on the same side with CeeDee Lamb, or is he lining up opposite? And the reason why I say that is because CeeDee Lamb is being doubled every play. They're taking him out. Okay, they're taking him out. So if Ferguson is on the same side, he should be 1-on-1. Why is he not getting the ball? I don't know. The only thing I see him run is that little seam rep sometimes. Dak really wasn't throwing to him this year. You trying to feed CD. I don't know. I really haven't focused, but Rush will throw. Rush will throw it everywhere. Rush makes good decisions. Dak does too, but Rush is a. I'm gonna tell y'all this too. Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised. I want to see, because we saw something in the Atlanta game. If y'all notice, let's go back real quick. Did y'all notice how Cooper Rush was throwing the ball in the middle of the field in comparison to Dak Prescott? Dak was always throwing the ball outside and real quick. Cooper Rush was throwing the ball in the middle with confidence. We rarely saw Dak throw the ball in the middle this year. Everything been outside, the little stop route, comeback route, quick. Cooper Rush was throwing it in the middle of the field. Y'all notice that? I'm going to be real questionable about Mike McCarthy if I see Cooper Rush throwing in the middle of the field. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because then I'm going to have a conversation with y'all saying, like, okay, play calls were designed with Dak to get the ball out quick, not let the route develop and then throw it in the middle. So why is that? Why is that? And I'm gonna make the argument saying that you don't trust your quarterback to throw in the middle. That's what I'm gonna say. Because everything he called was designed to get out quick and go outward. Nothing in the middle. Everything was designed to go out quick. That's it. Nothing in the middle. And so I'm gonna be watching that because I know what Cooper Rush did against Atlanta, and Dak wasn't throwing it. Exactly, Austin. See, if you don't trust your quarterback, I mean, good Lord. If everybody know you just gonna throw outside, little 5 yards stop route, a little comeback curl route, that's all he was throwing. Man, I saw drag routes with Cooper. I saw dig routes in the middle with Cooper down the field. I mean, I'm just looking at it. If you don't believe me, go back to the 22, all 22, and notice the even though and some of this also is proper reading from Cooper Rush because Atlanta was up, so they changed their defense a little bit, and they tried to keep everything in front of them. So it wasn't just like like it was just a difference. I mean, it was wide open. They just didn't want to get beat from outside. It'll be interesting to see in the first quarter and a half how Philly plays and where does Cooper Rush go when he throw the ball. That's all I'm saying. That's how everybody get their stats when teams are up by a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody made the comeback because everybody playing soft. A lot of people say that's your garbage yards and all that type of stuff. That's where it come from because you're not as aggressive as you were at the beginning. So, I'm just saying. I just said I'm making that argument. That's why I wanna see the play calling from Mike McCarthy in the first and second quarter, or where he lets Cooper Rush throw the ball. Or is Cooper Rush going to come out and throw the, quick, Texas Coast, whatever they call it, offense? That's what I want to see. But forget that. Tomorrow, Rico, since he's running the ball so well, until he gets injured. Yeah, Reezy, I just said that, okay. Yeah, see, these numbers got to go down. They got to go down. Unless, I want to say this. I want to say this, Reezy. If the Cowboys run the ball well, which they're capable of, sooner or later they may have to change that defense, and go ahead and bring the box in. See, the Cowboys don't run right now, and so they don't even run 8-man boxes. Nobody has the whole year because they know we ain't running it. They know we're not running it. So if we start running it well, You might get that one-on-one, Rizzy K. You might finally start getting some one-on-ones if we run the ball well. But you got to be dedicated to do it. That's just not McCarthy. But I believe because Dak is gone, I really believe you're going to see the effort for us to try to run the ball. I believe that Rico should get it right at, if he's not injured, of course, he should get it right at 20-something times. I believe Zeke should get it between 8 to 10. You might even throw in Deuce in there. I don't know, William. I see that's the part. That's what I said earlier, William. You know, when the Cowboys decided to run the ball, made an effort, we did. Pittsburgh game, Atlanta game. We ran the ball well last week. We did. When we ran the ball well, we ran the ball well. You understand? I mean, but we don't know that because they always in pass protection. So I'll give it to you. When you say the O-line not playing well, I agree as far as pass protection. I agree with you on that. But can't we say the same thing about running the ball? We don't run the ball. So I don't know what they can do. I don't know what they can do. I don't know. Exactly, Jane. And that's why I say for those of us that have been big in the run the ball, to get more balance, I think we're going to get that now. I agree with what you're saying. Because when you lose Dak Prescott, you're losing something in your offense. Just be truthful about it. You're losing something in your offense. You are. And you got to change it. And so I believe that the way the Cowboys going to try to change this thing, it's going to become a little bit more balanced, and you're going to see a real effort to run the ball. Now, why do we need to do that? Well, because you just lost your quarterback. You need to slow this game down. I'm just trying to give you the things that got us a chance to win. We got to slow the game down. If we trying to play fast pace or shotgun nonstop and all that, we got to slow the game down. We got to some kind of way win. We got to try to make Jalen Hurts throw the ball. And if you can get time of possession with all these possessions that the Philadelphia Eagles have are limited, we got a shot. It's offensively. It's really all about Mike McCarthy, y'all. You know, I don't like him as a play caller. Ain't no sense in me lying about it. Things that he should do, he don't do. It's obvious what needs to be done now. He needs to run the football a whole lot. And I just don't see it happening. Defensively, if there was a time where we need to be a bend but don't break defense, it need to be tomorrow. Because, I mean, they average 148 yards rushing. I mean, we played better last week against the run, but, you know, it's nothing to say we are better. So I think Mike Zimmer tomorrow is going to line up with that 6 down lineman, of course, which is going to be a problem this week because you got AJ and then you got Devontae on the other side. That means one-on-one. And I don't think, especially since I already kind of figured Bland won't be there, Diggs, you know, we don't need to be going one-on-one with those guys. That ain't counting Goddard, the tight end. So that's the wrong approach to go one-on-one, be, you know, blitzing. But if that's what you got to do to commit, you need to be running some type of little zone. Coach Bree Love, are you here? Because I want to get the term right. when you have the six, it's called a 2-6 defense. But you still can have some zone concepts out of that. You can see if they're running, linebackers can come downhill. But we don't need to be, six guys, and then you got, you got your cornerbacks going, man. That ain't gonna work this week. We're gonna get destroyed if that be the case. So the key is easy to know what we got to do, but do we? But do we? I mean, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop Saquon Barkley. It's just that simple. We got to stop Saquon. Easier said than done. We have to stop Saquon. That's our really the contrary to you want to make Jalen Hurts become a passer. I don't care who he got. I don't care if he got AJ, Devontae, Harold, Carmichael, T.O. I don't care who he got. You want Jalen Hurts to pass the ball. You don't want him just handing it off to Barkley. You don't want him running it. You want to make Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts will get the ball to you. He's having a good year this year. But let's just be honest. He's not the first person you think of when you start talking about a great thrower of the football. He's not. So you want to make him that, but I don't know if we can do that with this defense that we have. So it's going to be a real challenge tomorrow. If Saquon runs wild, or Gainwell, who's the backup, and Jalen Hurts runs wild on us, we're gonna have a big problem. I don't see, based off what we done seen this year, it's kind of hard for me to believe that we're gonna shut down this running game. I mean, I don't see it. I don't. I hope I'm wrong, obviously, but I just, I just don't. I don't. Can we be a bend but don't break? Can we make them kick at least 3 to 4 field goals instead of, if they down inside our 20, can the red zone defense hold them to field goals? That's what I mean by bend but don't break. Can we make them? I mean, that's the only way. If we go down 14, it might be over right then. We're not explosive enough. We got to slow the game down. I'm glad Michael Parsons is coming back. It looks like he is. Let me put it that way. All signs point that he will be playing. But he ain't played in a while, so we don't know how his conditioning is. He might be on the pitch count. Kid Cowboy, who you talking to? You got to be talking to somebody in the chat. Saying you respect number 4 is the absolute dumbest comment I've seen this week. Kid Cowboy, let me put that on you, because I'm going to let you have a dance floor. You be looking for attention. I'm going to let you have it. Just put down real quick, why don't you respect number 4? Why you despise him? Because obviously you despise him. So why do you despise him so much? But I'm gonna let you have the dance floor. I want to know why. Oh no, sir. You see, you wrong, Nick. See, if you're gonna tell it, Kid Cowboy, you got to tell the truth. To say that nobody respects him, that is not true. Stop it. Stop it. You talking about comments that are kind of tricky. That's one of them. You say because he's a thief. Why are you a thief? Cause he was next. He was next. And you see, if you would have said that about other quarterbacks, Kid Cowboy, I give you credit. but you don't never say that about no other quarterback except that. He was next on the line. He was next, and he's supposed to. He was supposed to get it. What you mean, who? You know the names that went in. Saying folks, I throw one for Justin Herbert. You ain't say nothing about Justin Herbert. Matter of fact, I remember you saying Justin Herbert was supposed to got his. Right? I remember you saying that. Yeah. I agree with that. Say he's a thief. Every quarterback that's next got paid, and at some point they were the highest paid in the game. I don't know why you saying that. He was next. He played it perfectly. He became a free agent, and he went to the negotiation table saying, I'm a second team All-Pro. He went to the negotiation table saying that I led the NFL in touchdowns last year. He went to the negotiation table saying that I'm a Pro Bowl quarterback. He went to the negotiation table saying I'll give you 30 plus touchdowns every season. He went to the negotiation table and said I led your team to 12 wins for the last 3 years. And if all your comeback is and you went one and done in the playoffs, unfortunately, that's not all of you. You got to factor in everything. So he had a lot on the negotiation table to go with. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, other than you despise him, I mean, but your despising, he got some stats to show you. So let's not. Well, I ain't worried about it. See, right here. See, you saying he won't get it. Herbert won't receive it. We ain't talking about his second bag. I'm talking about his first bag. Herbert has done absolutely nothing. And when he got his bag, guess what he was? The second highest paid quarterback in the league. No playoff appearances except one. No playoff wins at all. I mean, and you ain't say nothing. You said Herbert deserved it. You said Herbert deserved his first bag. And he was the second highest paid quarterback in the league. You said that, kid Cowboy. Without nothing on his resume. Nothing. No division title. And he ain't gonna never win the division because he in the division with Mahomes. But he ain't even in second place. His teams are always the one no more than about 7 games a year, if that many. And he was hurt for a lot of them. What did Ford do to get his first bag? Let me put it this way, kid Cowboy, because you didn't say nothing about Herbert on his first bag. You said he deserved it. What did Dak do? I answer it this way. More than Herbert. How about that? He had won division championships. He was the NFL Rookie of the Year. He was a Pro Bowl player. I mean, everything I just said was more than Justin Herbert. Hello. Threw for over 30 touchdowns, a whole lot in those years. Hello. Please don't say that Justin Herbert didn't have nobody, because he had Austin Eckler. He had a defense. He had Khalil Mack. He had Joey Bosa. He had Keenan Allen as a wide receiver. He had Mike Williams as a wide receiver. I mean, the Chargers had folks. So to answer your question, really, yeah, really. See, I'm hitting you with facts. You hitting me with emotions. That's what he had. Wasn't he the NFL Rookie of the Year? Yes. Can't dispute that. Was he not a Pro Bowl quarterback multiple times? Yes. Did he win division championships? Yes. That's facts. You can't dispute it. Did he tear his team to the playoffs? I ain't gonna say carry, but was he the quarterback of a couple playoff teams before he got his bag? Why do you think he got the bag? Because of those things that he did. That's why. That was a fact. You hit me with emotion. And you're not looking, you're not sounding real good, Kid Cowboy. You sound like a pure hater, which I know you are, because that's what I see you every time you come in. Plus on other shows as well. So I know you are, but you can't dispute what the man has done. Go look what Justin Herbert done. And the only reason why I'm saying Justin Herbert, because you said it, that he deserved the bag. That's what you said about Justin Herbert, who's done absolutely nothing. Nothing. See, if I would say Josh Allen, then I would have understood you about that Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is, he's really a real franchise quarterback. I give you that. I would have paid Josh Allen. I mean, it was other guys. Trevor Lawrence. Do I need to go through this? What has Trevor Lawrence done other than gain a shampoo commercial endorsement? I mean, what has he done? What? But you said, Kid Cowboy, that Trevor Lawrence deserved his money. Remember that? See, now you don't, but see, I kept receipts on you because I kept trying to tell you that Dak Prescott was going to get paid and he was going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. You argued me down, and you and what's that boy name? What was my guy name? The Houston Texan guy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Eastside Harold. Y'all arguing me up and down on my little show. Y'all arguing me up and down. He's not gonna get that. Jared's not that stupid. He don't deserve it. He don't. I told y'all, I'm waiting on the day when it happened. And then when it happened, y'all took a break from me. I ain't see y'all for the last 3-4 weeks. I still ain't seen Eastside Harold at all. You just not finally showing back up. But you want to show up because he's been throwing a couple of interceptions. See, I told you, I almost need to just have a show just with you. I almost need to send you the link. Because, see, I told you what was going to happen. I told you said they weren't going to pay CD. See, I remember all that. And I also remember you saying that Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert deserve their money. And you want to blame Dak because he ain't done nothing. That's what you said. Dak hadn't done nothing. But you said Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert deserve their money, and they ain't done absolutely nothing. So that just kind of show you how I don't get your logic. I don't. I done wasting too much time with Kid Cowboy because he wasting my time. All right. Let me get back to the game. There's another thing that needs to happen, y'all, that will help us. And I don't know if this is about to happen. I don't think it will. I don't think it's a weapon that we. Well, you ain't tell me nothing, Kid Cowboy, because I told you the only way he was gonna get on the field unless somebody got hurt. Uh-oh. Look like I'm right again. So it don't surprise me. I told you he was going to get on the field if Dak got hurt or Cooper Rush got hurt. Well, really it's Dak, because Cooper Rush got hurt and Dak stayed healthy, he still wouldn't see the field. So now, since Dak is hurt, then it's obvious that he's going to get it. So you really ain't saying nothing on that one, because I said it too. JVB boy, because see, and I'm not taking nothing from Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a pretty good quarterback, but the real truth be told, Josh Allen ain't done nothing either. Okay, so I mean, he got he has great ESPN highlights. Nobody don't want to talk about him leading all them turnovers he done had in the last 4 or 5 years either. double-digit interceptions and double-digit interceptions, and then they ain't counting the fumbles that Josh Allen used to do. See, nobody want to talk about that. I pulled that up too. So, but he don't want to talk about that part. He like to point out his flaws. You know, he'll be quiet when the stat sheet say Dak threw three touchdowns, threw for over 300 yards. He the type to lock in on one interception. That's how he is. But I remember him saying Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence deserve their money. I remember that. And saying that, I also remember saying Dak Prescott ain't done nothing. I remember all of that. And I'm saying, like, well, what did Justin Herbert do? What did Trevor Lawrence do? What? They've been in the league for at least 4 years. I mean, what have they done? He said they deserve their money. See, Dak Prescott got commas beside his name. You know, commas like Dak Prescott, quarterback, Dallas Cowboys, comma. 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback, comma. Second team All-Pro, comma. 3 or 4-time NFC East Division winner, comma. See what I'm saying? When you saw that Justin Herbert name, you just say Justin Herbert, quarterback of the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, I'm sorry. Pro Bowl quarterback by default. In other words, Pro Bowl guys didn't want to go, so they just go down the list and then pick him up. So I guess if you want to call it being a Pro Bowl quarterback, so be it. Justin Herbert has been, I think, to 1 Pro Bowl or 2. Something like that. That's because everybody else didn't want to go. So, I mean, hey, hello. Let me get to this. What I was saying before, this is my last note. Cavante Turpin has to break one sooner or later. See, if you can't manufacture points offensively and you ain't getting no turnovers and you ain't getting all them pick sixes that we got last year and all that, the points, we got to have special teams points other than Brandon Aubrey. Turpin has been close. He needs to, even if he don't score, you need to give him our offense. We need all the help we can get. We need to get our offense a short field. We need a short field. Turpin, when he gets his hands on the ball, doesn't it almost seem like every time, well, not every time, but most of the time, he's going to break one, and it's going to be a real great return. He's got to do it for us. And I'm shocked. He's getting his hands on the ball a whole lot more than I thought he would. I thought teams would kick it straight. They best just kick it straight out the end zone, but they haven't. He's getting his chances, and he has to make somebody pay. He has to make teams pay for kicking it to him, and he's quite capable of making that happen. So I need to have Cavante. See, these are the times where everybody got to chip in now. Everybody. No matter what kid Cowboy says, we got a guy who's responsible for at least 30 touchdowns that won't be playing anymore. Where are those touchdowns coming from? Where are those points coming from? Cooper Rush is not fit to throw for no, and I understand, season's already ahead, but even if Cooper Rush was a start for, all 17 games, do you think Cooper Rush would have 30 plus touchdowns? I don't think so. So where are you gonna get those points from? We got to have, everybody got to step up. Defense finally got to give me some type of turnover. And I understand the defense is not good. I get that. I get it. I understand that. I'm asking a lot, but at some point we got to start making some plays that's going to benefit the team. I'm talking about a true complementary football team. That's the way that we're going to win. I'm just talking about, I know everybody's saying, well, man, stop talking big time because you know we ain't trying to win. Yeah, they trying to win, but they just trying to win with the second and third string. I'm just trying to give you a blueprint on how we can win. See, like Andy right there, he say, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean, but you can't tell those guys in the locker room that. Those guys in the locker room trying to win. I'm just trying to give a blueprint how we can win offensively. We need some kind of way. Got to be win time of possession. We got to slow the game down. There needs to be a real effort in how to run the ball and keep running. We need to get out this goddamn shotgun and put 2 tight ends out, sometime 3, and they know we running. So who cares? Run it. We got to do that. We got to run the ball now. At least we should be. Bring in Trey Lance. I mean, you got to get the points in. Bring in Trey Lance if you want. In red zone, you can line up in the shotgun then. You know that little run up the middle play? Well, guess what? Fake it in the middle. Guess what? Trey can pull that thing out. And Trey not scared to run it. You got to manufacture some type of points. You got to manufacture some type of points. See, with Dak Prescott in the shotgun, nobody ain't biting that fake. Everybody know Dak ain't running it. With Trey Lance back there with Rico, you got a zone option type play now. Yes. If you put Cooper Rush in the shotgun with Rico or Zeke or whoever, everybody know Cooper Rush not running the ball. Everybody know that. Put Trey in there inside the 10, 20-yard line. Trey gonna get you some yards running the ball, and he can't pass it. I mean, you gotta manufacture these touchdowns now. You got to manufacture these points. No matter what you feel about Dak Prescott, here are the facts. A guy that led the league in touchdown passes is gone for the year. A guy that consistently throws for over 30 touchdowns just about every year, other than the years he's been hurt, he throws for 30 touchdowns. That's gone. You got to manufacture it. If that comes with Trey Lance rushing for 5 or 6 touchdowns these next 9 weeks, good. If that come from Ezekiel Elliott, who don't get no yards, but all of a sudden he have a stat line of 8 or 9 or 10 carries for 23 yards, but 2 of those carries was inside the 2-yard line, and he got 2 touchdowns, guess what? You're taking it. Got to manufacture it. I need Kevontae Turpin to show up. I need a touchdown from him. I need him to be the special team, the NFC special teams player of the week. That's what I need. And defensively, I ain't asking for too much because this defense is not good, even with Michael Parsons coming back. I don't think that it's going to be crazy. But what I can ask for is this. Can we become a bend but don't break defense? They're going to get yards. They're going to give up yards. But when you get inside this red zone, can you make them kick field goals? I think that can happen. No, Damon, the reason why Dak got hurt was because he did what everybody was asking for, and that was for him to run the ball. The man ain't ran it so much or that many times that the man tore his hamstring. It's just that simple. If you ain't been running like that for a long time, guess what? Then you're gonna pull stuff. It's kind of like a track runner. If you haven't stretched, if you haven't done stuff to make sure that you haven't, loosened up, you ain't really been running, guess what? You gonna pull something. That's all that happened. You ain't been running. And he ran and pulled his dang hamstring. To the point when he threw that ball, he didn't tear it running. When he threw that ball, it snapped right then. Why did it snap? Not because he did land on his plant foot. He's been throwing that way and wasn't nobody around him. But he been running. And his leg obviously was weak. So when he planted, guess what? Bam. It was done. He doing stuff you usually don't do. Yeah, William, but here's the question, though. Here's the question. He does make dumb decisions, William. How much are the Eagles gonna be up before he make the dumb decisions? See, if the Cowboys down by 17, then we ain't gonna be talking about that. Chris, I wasn't speaking of your defense. I was speaking of the Dallas Cowboys defense. I said that we have to be a bend but don't break defense tomorrow. I know Philly's gonna get yards. I'm saying that we cannot let them in the end zone to make it a blowout game. Exactly what you're saying. You saying that they're gonna smash it. I ain't talking about your defense. The Eagles defense is ranked in the top, depending on which category. I think overall they're about fifth, I believe. Some categories they're ranked in the top 5, and then I think lowest I've seen is the top 8. They're only giving up. The Eagles defense is only allowing 19 points a game. So I mean, anytime you have a defense that's allowing teams under 20 points, I mean, come on now, you're gonna win a lot of football games, especially when you got the type of offense the Eagles have. See, I'm a realistic Cowboy fan. I'm gonna give it to you like it is. I know y'all gonna get. I know you're gonna get yards, but my question is, can we keep y'all out the end zone? That's why I say we have to become a bend but don't break to have a chance. We can't allow y'all to go up 14-0, 14-3, 17-3. The game just about over. You gonna see tomorrow. Guess what? You gonna see a whole new thing tomorrow. Even if it's just a philosophy change. Even if it's just a philosophy change, that's different. We're gonna run the ball. Well, we should. A whole lot. You can't do rush like you did that. You can't line them up in shotgun 40 times. You just can't do that. You have to change your system up. So that's why I'm saying, can the offensive line be smashed mouth? We're going to find out tomorrow. All I know is this, and this is factual. Again, when the Cowboys made the decision to run the ball, Pittsburgh game, they were successful. When they decided to run the ball against Atlanta, they were successful. So it's obvious to me what needs to happen. Rush will throw the ball a little bit tomorrow, but he don't need to be throwing no 38 times. He need to be throwing the ball somewhere between the 24, between the 19 to 24. If the running game is successful, of course. You don't need to be throwing the ball. You don't. We got to change everything the way we do things. That's why I was saying, Damon, that even if it's just a philosophy fade, I don't think you're going to see the same plays. I think you're going to, because the philosophy of change, it's going to open things up. Play action going to be open if we're successful. And this is what they should have been doing with Dak. If we run the ball successfully, you're going to see some play action. And it's going to be stuff that's going to be wide open. That's if we can run. And Philly does have a stout running defense. It is what it is. But this is where we are. We have to try it. We got to do it. We can't get in no shootout with teams. We're not a shootout team. We can't. We're not a shootout We don't have the number one offense in the league anymore. We're nowhere near where we were last year, and we're not that. Even when Dak was playing, we aren't that. So you got to change up. And Mike McCarthy is operating like we still the number one offense in the league. Got to change that stuff up, man. It's got to happen tomorrow. So because of the unknown of philosophy, how we going to play, tomorrow game to me is going to be very interesting. Now, if they're going to line up like that, and he's not going to get fired, Shane. McCarthy's not going to get fired. He's going to finish this year out. He's going to finish it out. It's not going to happen. Because they, everybody expecting a blowout tomorrow. Everybody. So, it's how you lose, I guess. We get beat 55-0. Then, a lot of teams say, man, enough is enough. Get them out of there. But if the Cowboys lose 31-17, even though that's still a blowout, they just going to say, hey, proud of the way the guys played. We don't have they'll start using excuses. We don't have our starting quarterback. CD is injured. His shoulder is injured. He's limited. But he's playing with heart. Michael's out there playing, but Michael's really not 100%. And we're just, all this stuff you're going to hear. Now they get beat 55-0. Now we're talking again something else. Matter of fact, appreciate all you guys. Everybody here, hit the like button for me if you don't mind. All you guys, hit that like button for me. It would be nice if you did. Smash it real quick. And while you're doing that, once you finish doing that, y'all know how we close this show. Put the score down. Let me see what y'all doing. I think I saw Joe's coming. I think he said the Cowboys gonna win 35-10. Beat the Eagles tomorrow. I saw Joe's. I believe that's what he put down. Everybody else put your score down. JVB boy, I think that this situation leaves him no choice but to run the football. But he does have confidence in Cooper Rush. And to be honest with you, why wouldn't he? Cooper Rush is not a bad quarterback. He's not. He can throw it. But you can't go in there and talk about we ain't going to change nothing. No, you got to change it now. So, yeah, I think he will run it a little more than he has. Let me put it that way. Now, if the Cowboys can't get no running going, then, he will. Verdi Hinton says, appreciate you, Verdi, says 28-21. Williams says Philly 27-15, Aubrey 5 field goals. Mars' first crush, 28-10 Eagles. And most of these people are Cowboy fans that are saying this. Because if y'all wonder what I'm saying, I got an idea in my head what's going to happen, but I don't never put the score down. Greg says Eagles 42, Cowboys 9. Marcy says Barkley will eat. JVB boy says 24-20, but who you got winning though? I don't know who that is winning though, JVB boy. I don't know who you got winning. I see you scoring. You got a close game, 24-20, but I don't know who you think that is winning. The Cowboys, I'm gonna say something about Barkley though. And I understand, this is not the Giants. But traditionally, the Cowboys do not have a problem with Saquon Barkley. Now, I understand it's a total different team, and maybe that'll be the case, but we'll see. Okay, JVB boy says he got the Cowboys winning 24-20. Defense going to have to play mighty strong in order to get these type of wins that y'all talking about. And I don't know I see. We you know, you want to really tell the truth now. We're playing a little bit better defensively. As crazy as that may sound, they really ain't giving up too crazy of yardage on the ground. That's because McCarthy done stacked that line up with that 2-6 defense. I believe we're gonna see that tomorrow. Williams said McCarthy gets fired if tomorrow is a blowout. Fans will want blood. They want the blood now, Williams. But Jerry's not gonna let them go, in my view. It would have to be a total embarrassment. And like I said, 31-17, even though that's a blowout, that ain't the type of blowout I'm talking about. You know, if it's a close game, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, 6-2 defense. I go from the linebacker down. You went from the line going further back, which is the correct way. I just go different. I said it's 2-6 defense. You say 6-2. It's the same thing. Well, no, it's not. Depending on how you're looking at it. Joe said you will never see me going against my Cowboys no matter what and who they play. 35-10 Cowboys. Joe, you think that defense is gonna be lights out like that? For real? You really believe that? William, I don't know. I don't know. And that's a very interesting statement now. I don't think that's the case, but I got a feeling that the organization is going to make this decision. Because see, you saying you hope the players don't quit on the team and coach for this season. But here's my question. What happens when the front office quits on the team? And see, I'm saying that because, see, they're going to start making some decisions. Dak Prescott injury, you know, that had to happen. I mean, he got his hamstring, part of his hamstring is off the bone. It's obvious he had to have surgery. So that's easy to figure out. He wasn't going to play, can't move. But what about Bland, though? Because, see, I told everybody that when it comes to the foot, it's tricky. I told everybody just because they say he's going to be out 8 weeks, I say you might as well add on another 3 weeks because he got to get out there and run and plant and all that type of stuff. And then you got to he going full speed. You got to see about the soreness in there. What if they decide to just go ahead and shut him down? Because he practicing but can't never play. What if they decide? See, but the real reason why they're deciding to shut him down is because they don't want that caliber of player on the field. So again, what happens when the organization quits for the season? Because they got their eyes on the top 5 to 7 pick. See what I'm saying? What happens when everybody know DeMarcus is supposed to come back, but DeMarcus Lawrence may not be coming back? See what I'm saying? They probably shut DeMarcus Lawrence down. No, they haven't put him on there. I don't even think Mingo gonna play tomorrow. He don't know the playbook. I think you might see him next week. I don't think Mingo gonna play. Why would he play? And if he played, who he taking snaps from? At this point, he's not better than our third receiver. I'm gonna even say at this point, because of the offense, he's not better than Turpin, who's our fourth receiver. He's not better. Well, I'm sorry, Turpin's our fifth receiver. I mean, Mingo ain't better than Jalen Brooks right now. You don't know the offense. He definitely ain't a number 2. He's not better than Tolbert right now. He might be better, but there's no way in the world that Mingo, I don't think he got enough to play. I think they'll let him sit tomorrow, this week, and I believe you'll see him next week. But they say he's been picking things up fast. I don't know if he's dressing tomorrow. I don't. I mean, I don't think he's gonna dress. And what receiver are you gonna sit down if you do it? Brooks. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Richard comes in as y'all think y'all might tank, so that means he's not a Cowboy fan. That's cool. I don't think that the players will quit. I think that the organization will quit and use the scapegoat of um, shutting people down for the season. That'll be their way of trying to make sure that the record is not good because I believe they already slowly but surely are looking toward the off season and the draft. They ain't gonna never admit it, but I think that's the case. Yeah, Williams said Rico a free agent. If he finishes strong, his money goes up. See, here's the thing about Rico. I wouldn't sign Rico. I don't care what he does. Because Rico is having a year so far that's just not what he does. He's healthy. By now, Rico usually been done set out at least 3-4 games. And that's primarily what he is, usually injured. I wouldn't sign Rico. I can get that in the draft. Or I can get another free agent. I can get another veteran. What Rico's doing now, I'm not saying he's not good. Rico is doing things that he usually don't do. And that is simply stay healthy. That's been his only issue. And he runs the ball well. I give him that. I like him as a running back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what you get from Rico, you get that from the draft or another free agent. Because they like to be cheap with exactly. But exactly, this is what we do. We go get guys, committed type guys, crackerjack free agents, hungry jack biscuit free agents. We don't get guys for impact. We always get guys for depth. So since that's what we get in free agents is depth, you can go get depth anywhere. Running back position, you loaded with those. Derek Williams, great question. No, I agree with you. Great question. Trying to get it so I can show it. You say, was it politics when Rico didn't play? Was he really hurt? Or is it Jones pulling Jones? I think that's exactly what it was. Talking about all of a sudden he got off the plane, he was sick. They got things for that. Put an IV there. His tummy's so hurt that he can't play. Give me a break. Soon as he get out of the plane, his stomach hurt. Really. You did that so Dalvin Cook can come in. Now Dalvin Cook is gone back to the practice squad now. And you got to run the ball. So now we got to satisfy Zeke again. So Zeke will be playing tomorrow. Rico will be the other guy. Probably Deuce will finally dress out. And probably, whatever little carries he get or playing time he get, that's what it's gonna be. So I agree with you, Derek, on that. I think it was politics. It was politics when they put Jordan Phillips, whatever his name is, Phillips on the IR. Talking about he had a wrist injury. Phillips came back real quick. I ain't hurt. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't got no wrist injury. So it ain't like they don't lie. And now Phillips is gone. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Y'all Philadelphia Eagle fans coming in. That's good. Y'all got a pretty good team this year. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's not forget, though, y'all. And I understand we're not favored to win. Let's understand we really don't have a great team or whatever. But I don't want to underestimate the fact that this is a rivalry game. And I don't care what the records are. This is Philly against Dallas. And that's all I'm going to say. something, the intensity level goes way up in there when this happened. This game here happened. Look, okay, it's just not act like this. Not emotions ain't gonna be high. Look, this people play a little bit out of their head once big rivalry games come up. I'm just telling. I think we're gonna play well tomorrow. If Mike McCarthy does right in play calling. And all I'm saying about that is he has to run football tomorrow. Can't lean on Dak in the shotgun no more. He done for the year. Can't do all that. You must run the ball. It's just that simple. We'll see it tomorrow, y'all. I hope you're ready. Hey, like I said at the beginning of the show, regardless of what happens, I'm not hard to find. I'm like Dion. I'm going down with the ship. I'm not a bandwagon dude. I'm not switching teams. I don't do all that. All I know is blue and white and silver. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. So if the Cowboys go 3-5? If they go 3-6, look for me on the ship going down with them. If we beat the Eagles tomorrow, that'll make us 4-5. Look, y'all same Eagle fans. Cowboys win tomorrow. Y'all same Eagle fans that's coming in on my show. Y'all make sure y'all show back up now. So y'all gonna hide y'all face. I already know that. Cowboys beat y'all. Y'all won't look at no YouTube. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna watch it. Y'all ain't gonna comment. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing. But you better not say nothing. Leon says Cowboys won't be playing in any Super Bowl anytime soon. I see the Lions and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Leon, I don't think nobody here said, unless I missed a quote, I don't think nobody said the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I know that's that Stephen A language. And, we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think nobody said we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm week to week. So I don't know who said that. If somebody said that, then I understand your comment. My group, my family, the Big Time Show family, we don't say stuff like that. We're week by week team. That's how we roll. We don't. You're on the wrong podcast, Leon. You might need to find other Cowboy shows that talk like that. We don't say that here. We're realistic Cowboy fans. We're more pessimistic than optimistic. Now, I got a few in here that's optimistic, and we don't knock them for being optimistic, but we're more pessimistic type fans here. But when the Cowboys play like trash, we're the type to say they play like trash. We're not the type to say they play it like trash, but we're going to get it together. We're going to the Super Bowl. We don't do that. When they play great, we say they play great. So I don't know what shows you've been watching, but yeah. So that's the wrong show. Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. So if we play the way that, to me, and I'm not end all be all by no means. But again, here's my points. I'm done. Got to slow the game down. Some type of way we got to control time of possession offensively. Mike McCarthy must run the ball tomorrow more than he has. Tomorrow he has to do that. Since we got running back by the committee, then let the committee run. You got to do that. All right. Number four, offensively. if we run the ball successfully, it's gonna open things up. They're gonna slide a safety down, 8-man in the box. Okay. Then we got to go ahead and do it because their secondary is young. I didn't talk about that earlier, but their secondary is young. They got rookies out there. If they bring one-on-one if you bring that safety down, that means it won't be CD one-on-one. It's going to be Tolbert one-on-one. And bottom line, he just got to win. You got to make these kids pay. They got 2 rookies back there in their secondary. You got to make them pay. It won't be CD because nobody's going to go one-on-one with CD, especially when you got rookies over there. It's not going to happen. So, don't worry about it, JU. I just set him straight. He understands. He's the only one that says Super Bowl. There ain't nobody here says Super Bowl. Unless I missed the comment. Nobody ain't saying Super Bowl. That's those old folks who get all their information from Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith come up there lying, talking about, hey, the disgusting Cowboy fan. Yeah, you know we're going to Super Bowl. No, nobody ain't told you that. You just be lying. You know, that type of stuff. They get all their rhetoric from Stephen A. Smith. That's what they do. Defensively, the question to me is, can we be a bend but don't break defense? They're going to get yards, but can we keep them out the end zone a lot? Can we make them kick field goals? That's the only thing I can see. I believe the Eagles going to move the ball against us, but can we stop them in money time? Money time to me is red zone. That's the question. I love your comment, Marcy. Marcy's first crush. And see that, and that may pay dividend. Marcy said, what's the over-under yards for Jalen Brooks? I don't know that. He said, that's where you place your money, as Cooper always throws to him in practice. He feels comfortable with him. Exactly. I agree 1,000%. So it's a lot of different things that can happen. But again, this all is going to be on McCarthy. I'm interested to see how he's going to call the game tomorrow. Unless, of course, we start getting blown out, then I know what he's going to do. But if it's a tight game, starting off, I'm interested to see how he's going to play. How he's going to call the game. Defensively, as I said, bend but don't break. And then on special teams, you know, I don't know if he'll have many opportunities, but if Kevontae Turpin can just give us, you know, something in the kick return game, which he usually does. If you keep kicking to him, he's gonna break one, and maybe not for the touchdown, but he's gonna break one. Is gonna give you a short field. I need something from him. You know, I need to have it. So, I mean, I'm asking a whole lot. You know, defensively, we got to shut down Barkley. Just that simple. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts beat me with his arm than to have Saquon Barkley lose his mind jumping over folks and jumping backwards. You know, he doing stuff like Superfly Snooker. Y'all too young. Superfly Jimmy Snooker used to do. Y'all know when he used to throw him in the ropes, he'll do a leapfrog on him forward, and then he'll run into the ropes and come back, and he'll do a leapfrog again backwards. That's all I thought of when Saquon jumped backwards on that dude. Run one way, that he comes in, you leap, you see him actually face to face, and you leap, does a leapfrog over him. Then he hit the ropes, come back, and he'll time and then jump over him again with another leapfrog, but backwards. That's what Saquon did. See, he don't need to be making no ESPN highlights tomorrow. He needs to get hit. You know, it is what it is. All right, man. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Thank you all for so much for hanging with me. I had a real good crowd in here earlier today. Good, KW. I like what you said. You look like you're Eagle fan. You said, I don't think anything can stop Saquon except maybe the turf. You may be absolutely right, because this is not the Giants. You can't put a safety in the box because of AJ and Devontae and Goddard. You just can't do it. So the box is light, and that's what's helping Saquon go off this year. He's never seen. Yeah, exactly, Marshall. Ricky Steamboat used to do the same thing. I knew I had some older people like me that know they wrestling. The light box is the reason why he's going off this year. He's never had it on a consistent basis like this. So you just got to find a way. But that's why we're going to run the 6-2 defense tomorrow. I can see that. In other words, 6 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Just try to take away that. We got to stop the runs. We have to. Even at the expense of, we may end up being one-on-one like we left Kittle, for the 49ers, the tight end. Maybe it got to be Goddard that beat us. AJ shouldn't see a lot of one-on-one. He shouldn't. Devontae shouldn't see a lot of one-on-one. Goddard will be one-on-one. He will be. And that's where the money going to be made, to be honest with you. We got to stop the run. We got to sell out. We know how horrible we are against the run. We got to sell out and take Saquon out. That's the only chance. Make Jalen Hurts a passer. Make him be a passer. That's the only way I think that we got a shot at it. Other than that, we're going to be in trouble. All right, y'all. We got to do it tomorrow. We'll see how this thing goes. Y'all know we're going to talk about it. I don't know if I'm going to do a late show or I'm going to do, but I will be with you Monday for sure. Monday night at 7 o'clock. But we'll talk about whatever we do. Badger say, got to get CD involved. They're going to try to take him out, Badger Central. They're going to try to take him out. Everybody doing the same thing. They're going to try to take him out and make somebody else beat him. I mean, if I was defense coordinator, I'd do the same thing. Keep in mind, this ain't Dak now. So I don't know how Cooper going to read defenses where, I don't know how in a groove he is with Cooper Rush. Quite sure they worked hard this week. But CD was just starting to get into a groove. So we'll see. I don't know. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Appreciate it, everybody. Hey, before you leave, go ahead and give me a few more likes if you don't mind. Smash that like button for me. Give me about 25. It ain't going to take you no more than about 14 seconds to do that, if that much time. If you're on YouTube, double tap your screen. You'll see that thumbs up come up. If you're on your phone, just double tap and watch what happens. So I need about 20 of those. If you don't mind, Facebook, just smash that like button. Just like this, like my thumb is doing. I just did about 20 right there. It's really that simple. Do that for you, boy. I would appreciate it so much. It won't cost you anything to do that. Just a little thumb exercise. That's all. And I would appreciate that so much. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I've been hanging with y'all for a while. 2 hours. 8 minutes. Wow. That's a lot. I'm out of here. Put your hands together. Y'all know how we roll out. Thank you guys for watching. The one and the only. This has been as I walk out of here like Ric Flair with the smoke, baby. Just in case you new to my show. I'm like Flair. See that? I'm like the Undertaker. Y'all see that? This has been the Big Time Show.